Fresh uncertainty surrounding Max Verstappen has triggered one of the biggest transfer stories of the season, with reports claiming Red Bull are already preparing for life after the four-time world champion. At the same time, the FIA has officially confirmed it is investigating one of Formula One's most controversial political issues.
Formula One's driver market has exploded into life following reports that Oscar Piastri has emerged as Red Bull's preferred target should Max Verstappen decide to walk away from the team. The bombshell development comes amid growing doubts over Verstappen's long-term future, despite the Dutchman remaining contracted through the end of the 2027 season. Over recent months, Verstappen has repeatedly voiced frustration with Formula One's new generation regulations, criticizing the increasing dependence on battery management and energy systems. The reigning champion even compared the current cars to Mario Kart, fueling speculation he may eventually consider leaving the sport entirely. While Verstappen has also been linked with Mercedes, insiders now believe Red Bull has quietly begun preparing contingency plans in case the four-time world champion shocks the paddock with an early exit. According to multiple reports from the Miami Grand Prix weekend, Piastri has become Red Bull's #1 choice to potentially replace Verstappen in the future. The Australian driver remains under long-term contract with McLaren until 2028, but that has reportedly not stopped senior Red Bull figures from internally discussing a possible approach. Sources suggest team principal Laurent Mekies and Red Bull managing director Oliver Mintzlaff are both strong admirers of Piastri's composure, racecraft, and rapid development since entering Formula One. The interest intensified after another impressive Miami performance from Piastri, who secured a podium finish behind Kimi Antonelli and teammate Lando Norris. The situation has immediately sparked speculation across the paddock, particularly because Verstappen himself has continued to leave the door open regarding his future.
Speaking recently about the direction Formula One is taking, Verstappen once again made clear he remains unhappy with the current technical philosophy. "I want Formula One cars to feel natural and aggressive to drive again," Verstappen said. "Right now, there are too many compromises, too much focus on managing systems instead of simply racing." The Dutchman added, "I've always been honest about what I think. If the sport keeps moving further away from pure racing, of course drivers start asking questions about their future." Despite the ongoing speculation, Verstappen insisted he remains focused on helping Red Bull recover after a difficult opening phase of the season. "My priority right now is improving the car and fighting back again," he explained. But naturally, people in Formula One will always talk about possibilities. The growing uncertainty surrounding Verstappen arrives during a period of major structural change inside Red Bull Racing itself. Following the departure of former team principal Christian Horner last year, several key figures have moved within the Red Bull organization, reigniting long-standing concerns from rival teams regarding multi-team ownership and influence inside Formula One. That debate intensified dramatically this week after FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem officially confirmed that the governing body is now investigating the ethics and sporting implications of multi-team ownership structures. The FIA's announcement follows renewed criticism from McLaren CEO Zak Brown, who has repeatedly argued that co-ownership models threaten competitive fairness in Formula One. Brown recently warned, "Co-ownership creates major risks regarding sporting integrity. Modern sport cannot function properly if conflicts of interest exist between competing teams." The controversy has gained fresh momentum after Mercedes became linked with a potential investment in Alpine through a 24% stake currently held by investors led by Otro Capital. The investment group includes several high-profile names, including actors Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, NFL superstar Patrick Mahomes, and golf champion Rory McIlroy.
What was originally purchased for around €200 million in 2023 is now reportedly valued near €800 million, turning Alpine into one of the most politically sensitive assets in the paddock. Speaking during the Miami weekend, Ben Sulayem admitted the FIA has serious concerns regarding the long-term impact of multi-team influence. "We are looking deeply into this issue because it is very complicated," Ben Sulayem confirmed. There is the business side, but there is also the sporting spirit of Formula One. The FIA president also appeared skeptical about the concept itself. Personally, I do not fully support one group controlling multiple teams, he admitted. If we lose the integrity of competition, Formula One risks losing the trust of fans. Ben Sulayem stressed that FIA officials are now studying whether tighter restrictions or regulatory changes could eventually become necessary. We have assigned people to investigate whether this is truly the right direction for the sport. We must protect fairness above everything else. The timing of the FIA's intervention has only amplified speculation around Red Bull's internal strategy. Critics have long questioned the relationship between Red Bull Racing and Racing Bulls, particularly regarding staff movement, technical cooperation, and political influence during regulation negotiations. Laurent Meki's rapid promotion following Horner's departure only intensified scrutiny around how closely linked the two organizations remain. Now, with Verstappen's future uncertain and Piastri suddenly emerging as a possible target, the political tension inside Formula One appears set to escalate even further. For McLaren, losing Piastri would represent a major blow after investing heavily in the Australian's long-term development. However, Red Bull's history of aggressively pursuing elite talent means few in the paddock are dismissing the rumors entirely. At the center of everything remains Verstappen himself, the sport's biggest star and the driver whose future decisions could reshape the entire Formula One landscape. And as the FIA simultaneously investigates ownership controversies threatening the sport's competitive balance, Formula One suddenly finds itself confronting both a driver market earthquake and a political storm at the exact same time.